then I will begin. Now we all have our favorite childhood memories, but mine were those weekend trips to Grandma's house. We'd sit snuggled up against the fire playing games, but even that wasn't the best part. At exactly 9:14 p.m., when Grandpa was fast asleep and Grandma was busy reading some book, I could creep upstairs and get my late night snack. Now I knew these were Grandpa's favorites, but I could not resist the temptation either. So I'd reach for the cleverly hidden cookie jar and get a handful of the most delicious, irresistible Oreos. With their humble beginnings in 1912 in Nabisco, these soft-spoken chocolate cookies with sweet cream filling have skyrocketed to the top of the cookie market. Not only are they delicious, but Oreos have more variety than any other snack cookie out there. So first, we will untwist the history of the Oreo, followed by frosting on their many flavors and uses, and finally munching on the costs and how they stand up to their contenders. Before we dig in, so to speak, we must understand the legacy of the Oreo. On March 6, 1912, the National Biscuit Company based out of Chicago announced Oreos, simple chocolate cookies with cream filling credited to Sam J. Porcello. And barely any time at all, Oreos became wildly popular across the United States. And since then, over 450 billion Oreos have been sold worldwide. But how did they come up with this wacky name for this wildly successful cookie? Well, a group of executives was sitting in a meeting to decide on a name, and one turned to another and asked, "What do you think we should name them?" And he replied, mouth full of these delicious cookies, "Oh," and the group announced, "That's it, Oreo." Actually, that's not exactly what happened. Nobody really knows where the name is from. Some believe its name originated from an old Greek word, Oreo, that means mountain or hill, because prototype Oreos were rounded on the top, sort of like a hill. Despite their odd name and simple appearance, these Oreos can be eaten in a variety of ways. Perhaps you prefer to twist them apart and eat them piece by piece. Or you may just like to bite them in half. Whatever your preference, Oreos are fun and delicious. Speaking of delicious, each different part of the Oreo has its own unique taste that you are sure to love. From the melt-in-your-mouth cookie to sweet cream frosting, each bite is absolutely debatable. That's right, debatable. Masses have swarmed the media, voicing their opinion on which is better, the cream or the cookie. Many say the cookie, although those, such as myself, who are passionate about the cream will never back down. Despite what anybody believes about which is better, though, everyone can agree on how great they are. I mean, who wouldn't want one? Although known today for much more than just the classic, there were only a few flavors of the Oreo until the 1970s, when the famous double stuffed Oreo was released to the public. Since the Oreo's debut as a simple cookie, very many different flavors and themes have been offered worldwide, including some such as limeade, watermelon, dulce de leche, and even brownie batter. Many of these and others are limited edition, so if I were you, I would act quickly. But wait, with all these fantastic flavors, Oreos can't possibly be healthy, and I mean, I have to keep my perfect figure. The bad news is they can't be healthy. But the good news is reduced fat Oreos are available, and there's no need to worry because they taste just as good as the original. They're just a little easier on your waistline. Don't just believe me blindly though. Try them for yourself. Here we have the double stuff next to the original, accompanied by a personal favorite, Golden Birthday, and a new edition, Red Velvet Oreos. So you know how great Oreos are, but why do you need them? They are, after all, just a snack cookie, right? Wrong. They are a dessert phenomena, just waiting for you to sink your teeth into. You can have Oreo milkshakes, fudge, even DIY Oreo mascara. You heard me, mascara. All you have to do is crush up the cookie part of the Oreo, add a few simple ingredients, and there you have it. Beautiful and delicious. Let's crunch numbers instead of cookies for a moment. The average box of Oreos costs $2.98, weighing in at about 15 ounces. That's only 10 cents per cookie in a traditionally sized container. With a bargain like that and a taste like these, how could you possibly resist Oreos? Oreos can be purchased at one of our many retailers, including Walmart, Target, Fred Meyer, or your local gas station or grocery store. Don't feel like leaving home? That's alright. Oreos can also be purchased off Amazon, which makes them even more convenient. Alright, I'm sure this is the part where you're going to ask me about all the competitors and how they stand up to the Oreo. What other companies are missing is taste and quality. A group from the Serious Eats webpage tested a myriad of different kinds of cookies, testing them on their twistability, taste, and texture of the cream. Of course, Oreos came out on top, beating out Great Value, Walmart brand, and even higher-end Back to Nature brand. This, of course, shows that Oreos are the perfect recipe between affordability and great taste. When you buy Oreos, you can be confident that you are getting the best cookie for your dollar. After first untwisting the history of the Oreo, frosting on their many flavors and uses, and finally munching on the costs and how they compete, it's plain to see Oreos are just the best snack cookie out there. Their variety is impeccable, with not only innumerable flavors, but also so many occasions at which they can be used. They're affordable, at only about $3 per box. So next time your late night cravings are calling, remember Oreos from Nabisco. Se habla español. Thank you, and I open myself up to the 2-minute questioning period.